Mark Rogers TV back with you. We're running through some of the top players across college football signing in 2017 and into 2018. We bring in Jalen Holston, Virginia Tech signing from the current class here in 2017. Jalen, how you doing this afternoon, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. So we want to talk about you being a Hokie. So how did that all come together? You had like 31 offers. You had all sorts of people coming after you. You're right there in the state of Georgia, and you go off to Virginia Tech. How did that come about?
I want to say just the how important that Virginia Tech made me feel. I want to say they came to about countless number of my practices. They even came to my track practices. The connection I had with the coaches and just the atmosphere of being up in Virginia Tech just really helped a lot. I just felt at home when I went to Virginia Tech.
All right, because you're there in Georgia, and we hear constantly about Florida talent, Texas, California talent. But I tell you, you know this better than I do. You're on the field. Georgia, in terms of football recruiting, in terms of talent that moves on to the next level, then eventually to the NFL, it's about as good as it gets. So tell me a little bit about Georgia high school football and the competition there that you had.
Man, I want to say in Georgia it's tough. There's so many players that just even players that's as highly ranked as 5 stars, even the players that don't even have stars. Everybody's talented. I want to say a lot of that doesn't really get noticed because of how big our state is. But I want to say Georgia is just as good as any other state. I really think we have the best players in the country.
You bring up the stars in the rankings, and this is something that I haven't asked anybody else, but you just brought it up, and I've probably talked to like 30 of you guys. Is there any talk about that? What do you guys think about that when you see, okay, I'm the 31st running back, or I'm the 12th this, or the 10th that, or I got 3 stars or 5 stars or whatever it is? What's the thought about that?
I mean, it's good to have, but it's not really something that you look for. I want to say when I didn't have stars to become the 4-star, it's something I really worked hard on. But as I got it, I just realized that it really doesn't mean a lot. It's just what people think about you. But honestly, stars doesn't mean anything.
So you got 31 offers. What did the coaches that you dealt with that talked to you that really went hard after you, what did they say about your abilities? And then finally, what did Coach Fuente and the coaches that you built a relationship with there at Virginia Tech, what did they have to say about your skill set and what you bring to the table?
A lot of the coaches said the same thing as far as my speed-wise being as big as I am. Being a 6 foot, 200-pound running back, I had a lot of speed, like a lot of these 170-pound running backs. Because I run track and want to say it's just my physical ability being a tough runner and just being able to hit people, give out hits more than take hits. I wanted to say one thing that Coach Fuente told me was, he said, as he watched my film, my ability to just take over a game as I got the ball in my hands is just something that really stood out to him. And even my running back coach, Zion Burton, was saying that one thing that separated me from a lot of guys is it's a lot of fast people in Atlanta. He just want to say he saw my film. I've never been caught. I'm always that breakaway speed. So that's something that separates me from everybody else.
Yeah, you can run all the 40 times you want, but it's good to put on the tape and see how it works out in the games and if guys are flagging you down. No doubt about that. So you haven't been on the field with pads on hitting people for a couple months. You're working on your transition to the next level. What are you working on to become an even better running back?
As far as right now, I've running track for my school, so I'm doing that, and I'm also doing the workout that my school has sent me. But I have a trainer that has a lot of us guys that have signed, and a lot of guys even on the college level that train with us, help me on my ability. I'm trying to get more explosive and just add even more speed and power to my game.
So Jalen, you talked about having speed for your size. Can you give us some more characteristics of how you kind of categorize yourself as a running back? What style you have?
It's a lot. I want to say I'm a tough runner, but I'm more of a balanced back because I have that power and speed. I want to say I compare myself to Le'Veon Bell. That's how I want to mark my game as, because all the things he does for his team, his offense. So I want to say, yeah, I'm a balanced runner.
He's got a lot of patience too. He knows how to set up a block. He knows how to read it. He knows how to then stick his foot in the ground and go when he needs to.
Yeah, that's something that you really need as a runner, to be patient. That's one key thing that a lot of guys don't have.
All right, they got a running back situation at Virginia Tech where it's talented, but they're kind of thin. They've lost some guys to graduation, injury, that sort of thing. Do you have any certain expectations of what you could possibly get accomplished this fall? Obviously, we're talking about a 3, 4, or 5-year process in terms of your whole development and stay there at Virginia Tech. But in terms of what you can get accomplished this fall, do you have any specific goals in terms of getting on the field?
I mean, I like to shoot high, so my goal is to come up and start. I want to say I have the opportunity there. It's on me to take advantage of it. I just want to get up there and work hard, and then just take what I can, take what's mine. I want that starting spot.
All right, Jalen Holston, running back at Virginia Tech, getting set to hit campus in June and get ready for, of course, football starting the first week of September in terms of the Hokies 2017 schedule. Jalen, we know you got a lot on your plate. You're running track. You're going to school, graduating here in about a couple months. So we appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thank you.